day 2. Yeah.
City Hall right there, if you want to look over, that's it right there, that big tall tower right there. That's the City Hall in downtown LA, which is where we shot the video. And we went into day 2, 6 a.m. The band was there, 5 a.m. load in. And it was a Sunday, which was great because City Hall was closed, so we had run of the place. And we shot, we set up the band in our big rotunda. We brought in trucks and camera gear and lights, and I had a much bigger crew for that day. We shot the whole video, with these green screens up, and basically just did a great performance. We set up dolly track and.
Yeah, well, we had the song queued up to play back.
Yeah.
It was basically once they got all the equipment finally set up and the camera on the dolly.
Yeah.
It was just play the song
over and over, and just different angles.
The DP would then grab the camera for close-ups.
We do handheld,
we do a lot of handheld work. It was just a good 4 or 5 hours, just solid of us performing that song.
Going. For me, as a director, to come in there with a band who delivers what you hear, is really important. I barely did any direction with their performance.
The idea was to show not only that we're going to make a killer fucking video, but we're going to show people what they can expect if they come see us live. And so it was important for us to get the whole band on camera, to be like we were playing on stage, but not exactly.
But the shooting process went really well, all in all. I mean, we had to spend, burn through some extra cash to hold City Hall a little longer, and I went home going, God, how are we going to fill this video up? But sure enough, we went to the editing process. So once we were done shooting, I contacted a very good editor friend of mine, Nathan Karma Cox, who many people know is a seasoned veteran metal music video director and a buddy of mine, and I gave him all these hours of footage, and it took him about a week and a half to 10 days, and he sent me the first pass, and I sent it to Drogoth, and we looked at it, and damn, it was just the performance. We haven't even done the underwater yet, and I got goosebumps just watching. He took all this footage and it looked great. So then we edited, we started placing in the demon and angel footage, and it was weird to watch it because you're watching it put together and it's still just underwater. There were no visual effects yet. So finally when we locked the picture, I was like, wow, the video's done. I didn't even care about visual effects at that point. I'm like, it's done. Let's put it out because this is awesome. This is amazing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, what we had was just half a video of
underwater demons with no wings,
murky underwater,
murky and gray,
people swimming in the water.
Yeah. So then we went into visual effects.
The first thing I had to do was create the actual paintings for what was going to show behind the band. So there's a green screen behind the band as we're performing. So since we knew we were trying to make this thing look like the album cover coming to life, I basically took the first frame of sort of our favorite pieces of our characters coming to life that we knew we wanted to have as the revealing moment of the paintings coming to life. So basically what I did is take that first frame and go through the same process I did with creating the album cover. I took the same sky background, the same, a sort of zooming effects, and then dropping the wings in behind the characters, and make it look like like a nice piece of artwork, something that you could actually would imagine seeing could be a painting hanging in this big Gothic type temple or castle or whatever. So from there, it was about getting those paintings into all the live action shots. Yeah. So we had markers on all the green screens, and I have to track the motion of the camera as it's going through and put the painting over into that shot. For shots where the screen passed behind any of the members of the band, then that member obviously had to be cut out. And well, actually, the first VFX scene I did was the first 4 shots of the paintings. Right. It was what we call an establishing shot. So we had to come up, okay, well, how are we going to open the video? So it's like, well, let's open up with these paintings, the establishing shot of this is the environment you're in. Yep. It also tells the viewer, pay attention to the paintings. It's like something about these paintings. Right, yeah. So when the paintings were all in all the shots, it was time to start figuring out making our characters come to life. So the first thing I did was got the wings created. Now, the demon wings were pretty simple. They're just, traditional bat wings, and the way that I did the membrane, the sort of the flapping part of the membrane was just using a cloth simulator. And so once I had the wings modeled and ready to go, I just had to come up with how I was going to make everything move. So I already gone through the process of creating the painting, so I knew what my layers were. I had this cloud background, and I straight up used the same background that I had done for the painting of the album cover. And then I took another layer of moving clouds. I composited that over the sky background, and then once the shots were in there, I just sort of started moving around subtly, just to give that sense of motion of these characters moving through space. I'd have these clouds moving around behind them. There was another element that I needed to put onto it. It was an element that I used for the album cover of just sort of this feeling of motion. The album cover's drama sort of is brought in by these sort of like light rays shooting out from behind the main characters. So now that I had motion, I had to make that more dramatic. So I had to come up with a way to have this extra layer sort of be shooting these rays constantly flying back.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was the compositing. It was all the clouds layers, the zooming, and then dropping the characters, and then was getting the wings into the shot. So the way the wings are done was I created a 3D torso in my 3D program and attached the wings to the back of the torso. Then for each clip, I bring in the plate as a background on my screen, and basically animate the torso following what the torso of the actor is doing in the water, and then I animate the wings flapping around, render that out, and then drop that rendering of the wings flapping around back into and composite it back into the shot.
And then I guess the last shot was a big important.
Yeah, so the last shot, it was like, it was the longest CG shot we had.
Yep.
It was the end of the video, and it was Nathan Cox picked that shot of the angel sort of.
He sure did.
Moving slowly. So it was like, now let's take this shot and give it a little bit of extra
the perfect
drama.
cap, I think, for the whole video. To me, it's like you got this great brutal performance from the band. You got this brutal simulated rape of this angel by the demons, and it just ends on this beautiful, pretty. The song ends perfectly. And it just stops, and it was like boom, and all of a sudden there's this shot of this angel with blood and feathers and all that. It was just a perfect way to end the video.
So yeah, I mean, I just want to wrap by saying thank you to Joe for doing such a fucking great job, and
thank you. I love this band.
It was a hell of an experience, and I don't ever want to do it again, but I probably will.
We will.
I'm a fucking glutton for punishment.
We will do it again, and I believe in the band on Sothis a lot, and I'm glad I got the opportunity to work with them. Again, it's been something that's been brewing over years, and to finally be able to have done it and make something that we're all proud of too. That's really important. So,
yeah.
Cool. Thanks, man.
So yeah, that's it.
Excellent.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you.